This week on the bench, we're going to tie you up the purple tagger. Now, what makes this fly so good is it incorporates two of the best colors you can use for steelhead, and that's purple and pink. Make sure you have these materials ready before you tie this fly. For the hook, we're going to use a Mustad C70 SD size 2, some 3/0 red thread to tie with, a 3/16" orange bead as a bead, some medium fluorescent orange pearl chenille for the body, and barred tipped black purple rabbit strips for the zonker back. First step to the fly is to lay down a good base layer of your red thread, and I always start behind the bead and build up a little bit of thread behind your bead so it doesn't move, and then work your way down the body and build up a nice base layer on your hook. I've taken about a 3" piece of my black tipped purple rabbit. I'm just going to move the hair back and tie it in at the rear of the hook. And again, try not to catch any rabbit as you tie it in. Take about 2 or 3 turns back there, even 3 or 4, just to tie it on. Take a strand of your chenille, and I take off a little bit of the end, just to expose the rope underneath, and just tie off that at the rear of your hook. Wrap our thread forward to the eyelet, and then wrap the body in. And when you wrap the body in, I usually double it back over. I want it to be a fairly thick body. So I will double over once, and then I'll double back. So this is all quite a thick body, and we'll finish off the third wraps just behind the eye, or behind the bead. Now that we've got our body tied in, I'm going to pull the rest of the rabbit up over behind the bead and tie it in, and then cut off your excess right behind the bead and cut it as close as possible. And then just keep wrapping in, form a small little bit of a head behind the bead. To finish the fly off, we're going to take our whip finisher and just whip finish our thread behind the bead. Cut off your excess. Then what I like to do is move to the back of the hook, and I've got a whole lot of excess rabbit off the back. I like to cut it so that the rabbit at the back is about the length of the hook. So I've got, a good inch plus hook, and I'm going to go back another inch and a half, and cut off my rabbit. And there it is, the finished purple tagger. Now, as I mentioned on the intro, if you want colors specific for steelhead, you want pinks and purples. If you want to combine the two and come up with a great pattern that works all the time, that's your ticket. To watch all our latest Sport Fishing on the Fly episodes and to order Sport Fishing on the Fly merchandise, head to www.sfotf.ca. And if you would like to book an adventure like this one shown, head to ontheflyadventures.ca and book yourself the trip of a lifetime.